Kwa humane so na mene eye me brother, my senior brother Farouk Al-Wahab, security expert and a face international diplomatic consultant. But me a consultant mameda into no I be but Al-Wahab wala no say be din come on afa eye what is really happening when it comes to illegal galamsey. Menim said last week we share video I show ma wo Dr. Hannah Bissiw and the taskforce team no mo call ya nearly anka ye how monom o share wa o share TV sesi ano Kessben TV no obetumi ehu video no na fe so Kessben TV a e wo Facebook a o koso sesi a obehu Dr. Hannah Bissiw and the team no sojafoɔ ene omo tu galamsey no ekura etuo a chese omo bom pepi ayam hihye nko a omo block cars no enye ensem fata. But ye ni komo na ene Farouk Al-Wahab ending komo na ye hwe kwan be fa so a ye betimi aboa amasade we ano be brass. Indeed, it has been a war for government upon government. I mean, on this galamsey issue. Yakwa, but ye hwe de besi de enko de be. Al-Wahab, good morning. Bibi aboko de.
Yes,
sir. Radio Adom na also eh.
Yeah, okay.
You see ache.
Ko yom pa chomen kasa e kwa.
Okay, we am from. The issue of illegal galamsey. First off, we are consultant. Utiechi entu hu de eko. Mame Bissiw is the fight on this galamsey, by governments, previous government and now. Has it been successful? Have we reached a percentage bia or feel say ya ye juma or mine ya ye juma send your fata a chair say ye betumi akun eye galamsey nana.
Namin for the approach both as you mentioned, I'll call it from the Fourth Republic. 8 governments, 9 governments still counting. Na should say galamsey. Well, in the early stages of our Fourth Republic, 1992, 1996, and then to leading to end of Jerry Rawlings regime, early regime of President Kufuor, and then second time of President Kufuor. That galamsey issue, it has been there. That the awareness was not treated as it is in the case. Degradation was not much so rampant as it is in the case. Now, leading to President Mills' side time, and in the term, was when galamsey became more of a popular, how do we call it, a word, not ever. Then in 2012, 2015, 2016, marking President Mahama's first term in office, the issue and emphasis on galamsey became very loud. Then Nana Akufo-Addo's 8 years became extra louder and louder. Now, other term, President Mahama's second coming. Now, Kojo, this is the analysis. The funny side of the whole story is that sometimes, if I produce a frame now or a quote, say, a bit may lead into any terrorist group taking advantage or etc. No terrorist group can take advantage of anything like that. It is rather, we call it a banditry group. Anybody and those holding guns at galamsey site, you don't call them terrorists. You don't call them rebels because they are not rebelling against any kind of a government. So they are not terrorizing because omo terrorize the village, omo kumipa because omo pese omo nipa bi ana political fugitive bi mrakan to we say mo ana say yema certain region bi yema recognition to be a state. Yes, sir. But when it has to do with minerals, when it has to do with gold, when it has to do with diamond, when it comes to lithium, then the commoners on the world and African market and African continent, are the gold and diamond. These are the two liquid minerals in terms of cash. We say a group of individuals, coordinated, what is called banditry operations they are bandits, they are bad boys or bad girls. And you who be our Angola, Jonas Savimbi, 25 years of fighting in Kessben against the central government of Angola. It was the same thing because of the Angola diamonds. And certain America, any certain Western forces, a treaty, a man establishment of fighting, not to diamond weapon. And you been a man who be a killer. And you know, who is a police and called Sierra Leone or Kota Kailon district corner, a put your own diamond and it is rebellion. Our only the only leading to genocide. Yet they are not anti-sad. Ours is the weaknesses of our mineral laws. Ours is the weaknesses of our mineral laws. Any politics and politicking, any politicians, how they have played politics around Galamsey. Where could you, when MPP is in power, Galamsey they defend. They defend the Galamseyers. When NDC was in power or in power, they sometimes also tone down the aggression in opposition, how they were going to solve the Galamsey issue. The power, the aggression, to me, it is a bit minimized. Madam Bissiw is one case in scenario. But let's talk about Galamsey leading to the elections of 2024 elections. What the opposition done, how they reacted, and how Galamsey was the best and the life of Ghanaians. Yes, it's sad. So also the water bodies destroyed. Now realize it, these same politicians, the two parties, members of each bloc, are the same sponsors, either or not. Almost sponsors of the party, these are the people Galamsey. These are the people criminals. These are the people destroying our water bodies. At the end of the day, the same people come back to sit in parliament and scream and talk. But when it comes to arrest of their people, the same people behind closed doors, big arm, big phone call, instructions to a police officer, release them. Because you want a moyeno. And then also interestingly, when MPP is in power, or what areas are, we need to NDC guarantee us NDC big hawks. When we yet guarantee, I want to call you in operation. I want to call you in excavator. I want to call you operation to watch it. Is the story different from when NDC is also in power? Let's be really realistic here. And I'll be not biased, and I've never been biased, that when it's about Ghana, let's treat it equal. But is that how the politician sees it? Madam Bissiw, Yemusa, Honorable Doctor, say, how many people can she also, on her chest, point out that they are NDC members who have engaged in Galamsey? What about how fingers were pointed at Wuntumi? Wuntumi was a big hawk in NDC, MPP. Or Galamsey, on can chairman say yes, or large scale minor. No one can check Ghanaians, why encourage Galamsey Dana? It is a sad story. It is when we are here, we want to treat it this way. Mm-hmm. When they are there, we want to treat it that way. The bottom line is that if they cannot do away with Galamsey, which for me, I know, say, they can't fight, they can't stop it. The best practice, as it is done, can't avoid Jama or mineral laws, not say we. One man, certain individuals that break mineral laws, and the only thing that you have to do is that you do cooperative mining. That is the only way that they can stop this nonsense. Cooperative mining is what? They are not mining in heaven. Neither are they mining in the clouds. They are mining on land. Land, they don't have a paramount chief. Land, they don't work chiefs in the townships. And a land, they don't work subjects who are the citizens. And the citizens who farm and own their land, So therefore, say you notify, say, you will say, this area, baby or Galamsey area, prone and go food to Adiana Yati. What do we do? There is an overall paramount chief. Okay, now Minerals Commission, let's sit down. Mm-hmm. We've not been able to stop this thing. and we can't stop it. Then is their livelihood. One or two women, a human year. Two companies now promise some of the Bakubian fan quiet. The boys are growing. We need an ultimate family room. Let's face realities against the challenges. The realities are that the population is increasing. The realities are that the guys are in the village go right. And the realities are that the bank channel ultimate 6 months go into gold. So what do we do? Appoint a strategy. Apply a strategy. Get the areas a proper cooperative mining.
Okay.
Cooperative mining, they say. The area where we are zoning, say, okay, minerals no. The first thing we have to take care of is the water body. Now the mineral law is working. Okay, between this, 200, 300 meters away, and that will be able to when you cross for an entrance, when the miners an entrance. Now we have a head of cooperative mining who comes from the government side, the laws in Abetuo, who comes from Mineral Commission, who comes from PM, whatever, all the commissions, who comes from EPA, who comes from other all related agents, department and ministries, were involved with the Woodwoman Task. It's not an issue of soldiers on the ground. It's not an issue of police or on the ground. Soldiers in the down, police in the down, you know, we all know. It's the government, a cooperative farming, yes, okay, a crisis problem to go in. As I see when you get there to hope. Opian conscious. Now, EPA, the office in now, your friend is a mineral commission, coordinators, military, and answer security agency more, you station. Now, the cooperative farming is called any team. Al-Wahab in the team. We need a team. What's around the park? All what it is. Can't now they call the no put give you the who can show you no military if you want. The next day they are back to the land. Are you going back again? Answer is no. Put me down every day. Madam Bissiw to me coaching up. Don't even go the next day. So what is happening there after you left there? You are back to that. What have you done? Now it's zero. It's just only a communication. It's only your cooperative farming. And you want people living there. Police for coordinate, woman to Adiano. Every you know, they will become. But the every side to be at the Bama will be more every month, every week. When they do more 1 kilo for government as your tax. You have 1 kilo more. Man for 1 kilo now, ma. You have a site anymore.
Okay.
Then it becomes a challenge of the cooperative to cooperative.
Okay.
The farmer, group,
okay.
Now, we defend the water body. Now, we turn the modern methods. Our dear Galamsino, oh, 2 pits. It's your Ghana, open 60 meters, but the I'll be against you. A corner of 40, 30 meters, or quarter and water. Almost you more. No one dig on pits. Now, almost sausage, almost consume. It's so long, Yamam, okay, Mutu Asia. Yamam 1 year period, Yeah. And you know, I'm running in a reclamation, looking in our moon. When you could be the movie, before. So you mean where common sense?
Okay, so it means that the corporate approach, will work. But me no we cry no. Me assure say what is idea way. The issue of say we keep arresting these galamseyers, whether or Ghanaian and I say or Chinese. Now, when it gets to the foreigner, the Chinese, Chiomo, no Mujari Prince, no Mujan, any Chiomo by and all that. I think we said Grayachi, Nipami, and Saka home. The matter of yen deport yomo instead of say ye be prosecute yomo or chrome hanom. What is your view on that before we end the interview?
You cannot. China does not deport anybody who has committed crime in China. China, when you go to China, you go underground. Their prisons. China hasn't got a prison on land. All their prisons are underground. Proportion ordinary irregularities or immigration breach of laws how Chinese treat. There is no country in this world that says, what made the money in crew? What planted the laws? One of the immigration. Chinese one will be having their 2. Object for a resident permit and a resident permit in the man said Galamsey resident permit or the normal resident permit or BB near the Amano. It is what Chinese issue of what? Deport them. I don't know me be a Aisha one. Omo repatriating, which people confuse between repatriation and deportation at that time. I acquire was Sabaye. Because if you were deported and are blocking our Ghanaian system, what deporting now? Oman 10 years, ultimate Mamubi. With this Chinese form, Omo Krum, their passports are not real. Some of us we are aware. They are not real. China, for a lot of them, are business. They give them what is called the bypass passport of China. Near the money so free from all my hope you. No appear no cock. Near Treno. Near Momosuba. They report to the embassy. So to me be creating wealth. No to me SYZ exceeding among the China. And then Paden so okay, what a good citizen outside into to me regaining with normal Chinese passport. No Saba. And they don't do having fake names. And passport a Chinese for the Benin. Fake names. Passport from the Benin. How do we verify electronic passport? Yes, and so what? How does immigration validate? You just send it to China to validate. No, China for now they bypass passport more home citizens. Only prisoners. Some of other part of the world. A big Ethiopia, a big Tanzania, a big Zimbabwe, a big Ghana or Zambia. Zambia quite to the tents and almost to me my Zambian government sika. I'm going to see Chinese police station in Zambia. I will Lusaka, your police station. Copperbelt, your police station will be Chinese, home uniform. That is what they do. And the Chinese one China, you can say we deport now. Omo crime passport you come. Anything here no can say we deport now they no kwa himfa. Obi Dubai no ship from. You need direct flight to China. And through the no transit flight. Transit flight then are the no go. We the no go Ethiopia. And are the no go Emirates. And you mama you deportation no. Are we the one paying an on-in-Ethiopia? They arrange. Come to take it, Ethiopia Airlines ticket. That's what they do.
Okay.
That is what they do. They buy Ethiopia Airlines ticket. Or to Ethiopia Airlines ticket, or back transit. 8 hours transit. Within that time, no maybe in an happy. No, we're Ethiopia. Within some couple of them, near the passport for outside them. They get over my dear. How many connection visa? No, changing it.
Edding pa.
They are very dynamic and very smart people to deal with because of their background in the years. Almost so, and when Bibia, Wakwai, a yaonia, Fuchini, Hiamucho, and Tonania, what do you about Berry, Oman Nama Berry, would you be to your Berry? They live on anything they cannot because you're prepared to walk. After Oko was a cropoma, or that can use for me a chopper. Waya Kaba Magana Niko Tuji, a Chinese senior, who crowd like the room, a year. Now, what you saw the call? And that is not the deal. The Chinese is foreign crime integrated with the corporate farming now, the corporate mining now. They come with a certain technology. They come with a certain equipment.
Right.
They come with certain machinery. Okay. And the Ghana fund our villages in Omniyama. Chinese for now the machines, It's the corporate farming. That's a Chinese for event to no Juma. All what the government needs is this particular group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recognized cooperative mining company F5 now. Low a small kid. Okay. Every week be I about 1 kilo or more. Okay. And every week be 5 kilos. Okay. One making sure that EPA officer okay. Mineral Commission officer okay. We will get the standard practice and the proper night. And then I saw your for Kwakoyi.
Wow. Mate. Farouk, yeah, that's it, baby. Radin Shaw. Samba. Maybe I'm a fro. Farouk Al-Wahab, security expert in our face, so yeah, international diplomatic consultant, and you know, Edin Komono. This one coming from a